information. You would hope that it would be accurate, medically true. It's not. If you look, I have pamphlets that have information, and it's basically, they take Texas curriculum, which is taught in schools, and they go and they look it up, and they found that nearly half of it actually is not true. There are no studies backing it up. There's nothing supporting it. So what students are learning in the classroom isn't even necessarily true, which is a massive issue. Lots of abstinence-only education is directly tied into the church. I mean, it's lots of Christian values, as in wait until marriage, stuff like that, heterosexual marriages. So a lot of that, as discussed in the movie, is shame-based. It's kind of, if you have sex, you're dirty. If you have sex, you're easy. If you have sex, you have no self-respect for yourself, obviously, and you aren't really worthy. And it also, lots of times, goes on victim blaming. There have been skits that have been, it's a mystery. There's a girl who says that she got raped at this party, and in the end they decided, well, she was dressed too provocatively. She should have known that if you dress that much, boys will want you. There was a slide that said that. One way of really controlling people, because some girls, like she mentioned, are scared that if they do have sex, they'll get stricken down or something terrible will happen. And that's not the case. And so using those shame-based methods, you're not only teaching people not to talk about sex and possibly get pregnant or get diseases, but when they do, they're going to be really ashamed about it and have lots of emotional issues. Yep, and the stigma is incredibly important in this because it makes people ashamed, so they can't talk about it, so you have to be ashamed of what you're doing. It means that certain groups are totally ignored.
What a lot of these programs do is use stigmas and stereotypes and even kind of hate speech in a way, promoting hatefulness towards LGBTQ individuals, and that's wrong. You know, what comprehensive sex ed does is it includes everybody, and it provides useful information for straight kids, for gay kids alike. We can get active, and we can actually make a difference. You know, what we've shown you tonight is that there's a lot of problems, but we can actually fix things. So tell us a little bit about it, Micaela.
Well, there's the shack, which we talked about. If you go to any school, anywhere, you're in some school district, and you can go, and you'll have to sit through some meetings where they talk about vending machines. But you'll be able to talk about, hey, maybe we should have some comprehensive sex education, or we should involve these things in our school curriculums, and they'll have to listen to you because they're legally bound to. You can also go to a website that we'll show you in a second called Amplify Your Voice. Lots of youth of all different backgrounds from all over the world blog about issues. They blog about news related to whatever interests they have. I blogged a lot about the teens and suicides. I blogged about tiny hotshot condoms for 13-year-olds that are on the internet. But so basically you can find anything that applies to you, any interests or things that you feel need to be said, and you can put them out there.
And it's a really cool blog because people from across the entire country read it, and everyone is talking about LGBTQ issues and comprehensive sex ed and how we need to have a cultural shift towards having better sex education. So we're going to show you that, and hopefully y'all can log on at some point and start blogging yourselves. But you know, a couple other things you can do is writing a letter to your local newspaper and trying to get them to get your opinion voiced about it. You know, I think the most important thing, though, is that we are young, but we're also powerful, and our voice matters, and we need to make sure that adults are listening to us, because sex education is for us, so we need to make sure that it's working for us, and we're the only people that know if it's working or not.